Hi, everyone. Leaders provide guidance, purpose, and help others see their vision for the group, organization, or the team. It is no secret that veterans often have been exposed to and possess these characteristics of a great leader. Therefore, making veterans some of the best leaders in our workforce and in our community today. Today, we will discuss how to be an effective leader and how you may already possess some of these skills and how to expound upon them. My name is Maria Hamill, and I am the Learning Programs Coordinator here at Veterans Upward Bound. If you have any questions, concerns, or would like to talk about workshops, please feel free to email me. I have put my email on the screen here. So today we're going to go over what is leadership, how to be an effective leader, and a couple different resources regards to leadership. So first of all, what is a leader? According to the chieflearningofficer.com, a leader is someone who is driven by motivation to do the right thing and make a positive impact on those around them. A leader is able to motivate people to see a collaborative vision, and a leader can be anyone. So when we think of a typical leader, you might think of a president or a CEO of a company, and maybe you think that you must possess the exact qualities that they have in order to be a great leader. However, you can be a leader in your community, your team, your work, your group of friends without even having a fancy title. A leader can really be anyone, and you don't need to possess certain skills or be born into a certain area or anything. A leader can be anyone, and you can work to expand upon your leadership skills. So, good news, veterans already possess many of the leadership qualities that it takes to be a great leader. So, let's go through some of the overlap between leadership and veterans. So, veterans already possess the leadership ability to 1. Envision upcoming conflicts and inspire others with their vision. So, veterans can see opportunities and they're able to recognize talent within their teams. They often have a great radar in judging people and situations, and they often have the ability to predict what might happen next and a great way to respond to that situation. 2, veterans already possess the leadership ability to have a strong drive and have perseverance. Veterans, in the face of adversity, often persevere to reach an end goal, and they often have set goals and personal standards for these goals, and they encourage each other to seek challenges, encourage themselves to seek challenges. 3, veterans already possess the leadership ability to have high levels of social and psychological maturity. In your time in service, you have often been exposed to working alongside a large, diverse group of people, which attributes to high levels of social and psychological maturity. And veterans are also able to control their emotions and know to when and to what degree to expose their emotions and in which situation. 4, veterans already possess the leadership ability to have self-confidence to take risks and accept responsibilities. Self-confidence is important in the willingness to make decisions, and veterans can absorb this information, assess the course of actions, weigh the risks, make decisions, and assume responsibility for different situations. This overlap between leadership and veterans is according to the recruitmilitary.com. So it's really great that we all have a great starting point or starting basis and have been exposed to leadership, but we're going to expound upon these traits in the next few slides. All right, so before we get into different tips on areas of leadership, it is important to know what type of leader you are and understand the strengths for your leadership style and areas of improvement. So there are a few different leadership styles, and they include authoritarian leadership, democratic leadership, and laissez-faire leadership. They all have different strengths and weaknesses, and I encourage you to take a look at the link on the screen here. I will include it in the body of the email for this workshop so you can take a look at it to see which leadership style you are and see if that aligns with how you view your leadership style. I want to mention that no leadership style is right or wrong, and it's just to help you see how you function as a leader. And watch out for future workshops. I'm going to dive deeper into these leadership styles, but this is a really great place to start and take a look. All right, so now we're going to dive into how to be an effective leader and different tips on each section. So these tips are from the article 10 Tips for Becoming a Better Leader by Kendra Cherry. So first tip here is to be a role model as a leader. So this is practice and perform the characteristics you want your followers to have. So if you want your followers to be honest with you, you need to be honest with them. Another example of this, if you want your followers to be on time to, let's say, work, for example, you yourself also need to be on time to work. So this is really embodying the quote, unquote, practice what you preach mentality. Effective leaders are also very passionate. They show enthusiasm, and that helps boost the morale on the team and also increases positive attitudes on the team. So speaking from experience, if I have a leader who is really passionate about a topic, that often leads me to feel really passionate about the topic as well. It gets me excited about what is happening within the team. Next up is make sure you're listening and communicating effectively. So you can do this through using verbal and nonverbal cues when you're listening and communicating. Some examples of some verbal cues to show that you're listening and communicating effectively would be to repeat back information that you're hearing from the individual. So let's say someone's telling you about a situation that's happening. You might respond to this through saying, "What I'm hearing you say is X, Y, and Z." Some nonverbal cues to show that you're listening and communicating effectively is making sure that you don't have any distractions and you're putting like your phone away, or you're using your body language to show that you're open through facing towards them as they're speaking to you, making eye contact. So those are some examples of some verbal and nonverbal cues to show that you are listening and that you are attentive. Making sure that you're encouraging contribution from your followers, so letting your followers express their ideas and their opinions on different topics, and also encouraging contribution through question and answer. So when I say question and answer, what I mean by that is if you want to ask some specific people on how they feel about a topic, you can do that, and it's encouraged to do that for contribution. So as an example of this, let's say you have someone on your team who you haven't heard from their opinion on, let's say, a upcoming project, and you want to see what they have to say about it. So you can reach out to them by saying, for example, "Bill, how do you feel about the new upcoming project that we have going on?" This can really leads to getting someone more involved into the project, and it makes them feel as though they are welcomed and their opinion does matter. Next is motivating your followers. It goes along the same lines of being passionate, so be passionate about your goals and ideas. That makes your followers feel as though something is super important and it's really great to be involved in. Also including the followers in the process, so making sure that you're explaining each step of the way in the line of events that's happening, and also offering recognition for accomplishments. So I don't know about you, but if I am doing something well, let's say at work, I like to know that I am being seen and heard, and that what I'm doing is effective. So it's really great and boosts morale. And just expanding upon that, um, followers often perform better at work or even in a group too after recognition. And recognition doesn't always mean like a pay increase or a gold sticker on your shirt or something like that. It is making it seen and heard that the individual is doing a good job and that you do see it and you appreciate it. And last tip for today is make sure you're trying new things. So, of course, always reviewing ideas that have worked in the past, and we don't necessarily want to, quote unquote, reinvent the wheel on some things, but it is important to try new things and not get stuck in our old ways um, while making sure that we're moving forward and still getting things accomplished. Look to your followers for feedback on how they feel as though this new topic or new idea is working, and if they think it's effective or if they think that it's not working, we should stop. And very last thing, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. It's part of being a human, and it's also a part of being a great leader too. All right, I have included this really cool article titled Managing After the Military, Tips for Leadership and Management as a Civilian. I will make sure to include this link in the workshop email. I'm not going to read through it all, but it's a really great question and answer article where some individuals interviewed some folks from the military and how they are maintaining and having different leadership abilities and maybe some areas of improvement as a civilian. So they go in to talk about what they do now or what they did in the military, and then some different leadership advice that they have. If you have any questions or concerns or would like to talk about workshops or anything else, please feel free to give us a call, check out our website, or send us an email with anything that you'd like to talk about. Thank you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.